all over the world! By the website, www.magic899.fm, by the Killer Bee radio stations all over the Philippines.
Born May 19, 1981. Nicknamed The Rush. A Canadian mixed martial artist and the current welterweight champion of the UFC.
He was 2008's Canadian Athlete of the Year.
He is ranked as the #1 pound-for-pound fighter by Yahoo Sports.
2009 Fighter of the Year by Sports Illustrated.
2009 Fighter of the Year by World MMA Awards.
Ladies and gentlemen,
please welcome on Boys Night Out,
George St-Pierre!
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen this many people inside the Magic Studio and outside. People are just going crazy.
You know, George, we're always here. We've been here for a couple of years, and we never get girls to come over to the station. We get one guy from Canada, and everybody here!
It's the Canadian back there.
That is funny.
But welcome to the Philippines, and welcome to Boys Night Out.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
All right, so when did you arrive?
I arrived this morning I think it was 4 a.m. in the morning. It was a long flight, you know?
Very long.
How long was it? 24 hours?
5 hour and a half Montreal, Vancouver, then 12-hour Vancouver, Manila.
Ooh,
my gosh.
Yeah, I'm a little bit jet lag. I can't lie about it. I'm a little bit. It's at the end of the day. I had a long day, but it's almost over soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't understand though. I heard that you still managed to train or squeeze in a bit of a training in between the day with all you've been through.
Yeah, I always train every day, no matter what. I don't have a day off. I don't train hard every day. Like I train really relaxed today, and my mentality is when I go to sleep at night, I'm a better martial artist than when I woke up in the morning. So no matter what happened in my day, I know that at night when I go in bed, I learn something new, and I'm a better guy than when I woke up in the morning.
That's like you, Sam.
Yeah, that's good.
That's George. That's like Sam. Every time he goes to bed, he always wakes up a better man the next day.
Exactly.
He picks up new moves.
He picks up new moves.
The smart man.
Growing up, George, were you always into mixed martial arts, or you were the guy that got picked on?
Yeah, when you were a kid,
grade school.
I always did martial art. I started when I was 7 years old. But when I was a kid at school, I got bullied. I had a lot of problems. But at the time, I was doing karate, and karate helped me get through this. You know, it helped me put my aggressivity at a good place.
Now, of course, everyone knows you. How about the bullies back then? Do they come up to you like, "Hey, you remember me? I used to bully you."
Nah, they don't come up to me. I remember I saw one guy one day in the mall.
Yeah.
Actually, that used to cause me a lot of problem back in the day. And when I saw him, he looked at me, and I know he recognized me, so I just make a sign with my head, like just to say hi, you know. And he put his eye down and he walked away. I didn't have any anger or any hard feeling to this guy, you know. It's the past, you know what I mean. So I don't mind, you know. When we're kids, you know, we always do stupid stuff sometime, you know, and you know what I mean. I can't blame them, you know.
As a fighter, like some fighters I know in boxing, they abstain, or mixed martial arts. Some artists they abstain from sexy time. Do you say, okay, ladies, or to your special someone, all right, none of this?
I actually don't believe in that.
Oh, yeah.
I actually believe that sex is actually good because. There you go.
The word has been spoken.
I would not do it the day of a fight, of course not. But like I always thought that the more sex you have, the better, the more testosterone you have. It's a healthy thing.
I'm gonna get some tonight.
Gonna be aggressive.
Oh man. Okay.
The rush.
Okay. You're coming up with us. We're gonna take you around.
Now, speaking about going out, and everyone knows you know, you train hard and stuff like that. But how are you when you're not training? I mean, you have time for yourself. when you're out with the boys? What do you guys do?
I'm always training. There's not a day that I don't train. Even though I don't have a fight coming up, I'm always training.
But do you have boys,
Yeah,
like
do you
your
have-
group of guys that
like
you
a
from
little
from
entourage?
Oh, really? Like I go out sometime. Like it happened. Like sometime I go out. I can drink. But no matter how hard a party at night, no matter how a hangover I would be the next morning, I'm gonna be in the gym, and sweat it out.
Do the girls, throw themselves at you like, here's GSP?
Nah, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Listen, I can't deny that. It's because of who I am, and the fame and everything. It's not easier than I was back in the day. Of course, it is for me with the girls. But that's the thing though. Like you need to be able to make the difference between like a girl that really wants you for who you are, or a girl that wants you for what do you do.
That's he's having a hard time with that. He always wants girls for who he is, not for
what I do.
Yeah.
Is there is a time to have fun. There is a time to party and a time to be serious, and I try to. It's good to have the balance between two. It's not because I'm a professional athlete I can't party. I party really hard sometimes.
But George, before you became famous, before you had the
whole rush, the whole GSP thing.
Well, was there more women then, or now there's even more women?
There is much more now.
Now,
of course, yeah.
yes. Honestly, yeah.
Of course.
Apparently, on our show, it's the reverse effect. The more we do this, the more they stay away.
Well, I don't know. It depends of you know what I mean, what you're saying.
It's the smell. It's the smell. Let me ask you this. Who was the worst smelling fighter?
Body odor.
Really, really stunk. Where you're ready, like, ooh, and
you're ready to go. Like,
you took one whip. Oh my gosh!
Like
out.
This was double trouble. This is mental fight and physical fight.
A guy that could have put me in a submission hold just by squeezing me tight, right? It's hard to say, you know what I mean? Because I'm on so much adrenaline when I fight. I don't really see that.
So the smell does not matter?
Nah, it doesn't really much.
Have you ever thought of putting like cat poo on your hands before you fight?
I don't know. Maybe I should try that in my next fight. We'll see how it goes.
You never know. Tony does that.
Because my friend said to me when I was asleep, they put it right here.
Oh my god!
And it never goes away. It never goes away. 1 week, you keep on smelling it.
Oh my god!
But what was the weirdest thing that happened in the ring that you could recall? Like it was just so weird. You can't believe it happened during a fight.
Well, during a fight, I have a funny story for you. One day I was fighting this guy. It's my early career in UFC. And I think it was Frank Triggs, if I remember well. I was fighting him, and I put him down, and he turned his back to me. So I got his back, and I got the rear mount with the boat hook in. And at one point, I remember looking right in front of me across the fence, and I saw Cindy Crawford.
You got it.
And sometimes when you fight, it's like the time. Things go so fast when you look at it, but sometimes when you're inside the action, when you're in the octagon, it seems like the time stop and it slows down. And I remember telling myself, like looking up, seeing Cindy Crawford, and telling myself, like, "Wow, Cindy Crawford is looking at me right now." Then going back to
reality,
to actually what I was doing, is like, "Oh shit, I need to finish this guy." It really happened. It really happened. There is stuff like that. Oh, yeah, there's tons of stuff like that happens during a fight.
Wait, George, you said it's slow motion in the octagon.
It happens sometimes,
right?
Yeah.
It feels like it's slow. In the bedroom, is it also slow motion?
Nah.
The thing is,
there's a total different.
So you don't have a plan of attack. Like, okay, I'll just do that.
I improvise.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you. You've put a ton of men in submission. Has a lady put you in submission?
Well, a lady put me in a submission. You mean? Eh?
Yeah.
When they lock you up,
the legs.
Oh, that's a good submission to be cut.
So it has happened.
Of course.
Okay.
Actually, like not before a wedding, you know. I took my career very seriously. I'm a virgin, you know. I wait after I get married. Yeah, no way.
Growing up, who was your favorite action star? Mixed martial art, I guess.
Who did you watch?
Yeah, like action star. Whether
I was a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
you remind me of Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you speak French.
Now, is there any chances, because just recently they showed the Expendables, would you be in some kind of movie like that if they asked you to?
It depends. It depends of the timing, because it's making a movie. It's really demanding on your schedule. And right now I'm champion. I'm fighting. That's what I do for a living. My priority are with UFC right now.
It's fine.
I don't say no for an after career. Maybe I will, but for right now, I can't take a big role. I have to take some small stuff, small role that doesn't demand a lot of time.
Well, how do you feel with these ex-pro wrestlers entering UFC, like Lesnar?
There is one thing though, like people doesn't realize is Brock Lesnar is not only a pro wrestler. People they sometimes they confuse themselves. He's not only a pro wrestler. He's not only like let's say a bodybuilder that is a good athlete.
Yeah.
This guy he's national wrestling champion. He come from a real background of martial art. When I say martial art, I consider boxing and wrestling as a martial art. It's a combat sport. And he came with a really good background. Plus, he's an incredible athlete, and he surrounded himself by an incredible team. And of course, his size, he's got a size advantage. He's huge and he's very strong, and he's incredible. He's a beast. He's a very athletic. So you put all that together, you have a good mixed martial artist.
Now, your whole roster in the UFC. Now, we've actually asked Iceman before if he had a chance, or if you had a chance to pick anyone you could fight up and down, you guys would meet halfway. Who would that be?
You know what? With all the thing that has been says and everything, like I'm really glad to fight Josh Koscheck. He's really my #1 target right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, UFC, let's go back. UFC 69 here. That's the time you lost the welterweight title, yeah? How do you bounce back from something like that? You were a champ, and then something like that hits you. What goes through your mind?
Well,
to get back in the game.
I had two losses in my career. And every time I've lost, I've learned a good, valuable lesson from it. And I believe there is two kind of people. Because in every life, people lost in every life. They lose their job, they lose a friend who get in a car accident. So it's normal to lose. It's not what define a person is not how he is when he win, is how he is when he lost. And you have to find a way to overcome the situation. And every time I have lost, I have known the reason why I've lost, and I became better from it.
So you actually use that to drive you even more.
Absolutely. Like Nietzsche have said, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. And I remember I was reading this after my loss with Sarah, and it made me give me a lot of motivation.
So you could say, from my perspective, it seems like you're married to fighting. This is it.
Right now, I
You
am.
are.
Yeah.
How long do you see yourself doing mixed martial arts?
You know what? I don't know the time that I'm gonna do it. I take it day by day. You know what I mean? The day that I will not be happy with my life, I will stop. That's so simple. That's just simple.
Simple as that.
Right now, I don't do it. Like money wise and fame, and I had it and everything. Plus, I do it for myself. I do it for my personal goal, my personal challenge, and as long as I do it for the right reason, I'm gonna keep doing it. And it could be 10 years, could be 15 years, could be 1 year, could be tomorrow. We'll see. But right now, I really enjoy my life.